We're back with another one. So GWM is here in South Africa launching new cars in our market. So we have the P500, which is a bakkie. We have the Tank 500, which is a very large SUV. Then we have a GWM Pro, which is designed to be those kind of SUVs which have a bit of sporty look. I'm not sure in terms of the engine, if whether they will be offering a sporty engine. But today we are focusing on a car called the Tank 300. So this SUV is already being launched in our market. So let's talk about the exterior. So I really like how it looks in terms of the design. So you can already see that it's designed for off-roading. They've already offered you a ski plate and a tow hook that you can use whether to pull other cars which are stuck, or for itself to be pulled out from sticky situations when it's stuck. But in terms of the tires, they look like summer running tires. They don't look like off-roading tires. For me, I wouldn't take this car off-roading with these tires. Already I know you'll get stuck. So let's talk about the design of the lights. I really like this circular look of the design of the lights. It's almost like it's taken from a G-Wagon. Like it has a similar look to a G-Wagon. I don't know if the Chinese are copying Mercedes-Benz. Once you see that, you are unable to unsee it. But I really like the daytime running lights. So the one in the middle, that strip that you see, like it's cutting the design of the lights. So that's the daytime running lights. Then on top and the bottom, those are the lights that you use for your regular use when you're driving at night. And right at the bottom, that's where you'll find the fog lights. So even the fog lights, they have their own minor design. Once you really look at them, then you'll be able to notice. So there's a theme that's happening in this car. So you can see next to the badge, there's a thing pointing out. So that's a camera, that's a front camera. So throughout my review, I'll be pointing out different cameras which are found in this car. So basically this car, it comes with a 360 view camera. So if you find yourself scratching this car or bumping other cars when you're parking, you really need to just go back to driving school, because that's not supposed to happen when you're driving this car. So let's talk about how this car looks on the side. So the fenders, like you can really see that these were taken directly from a Jeep lineup of cars. Yeah, like there's just a lot of things that I'm seeing that I can't unsee once I see it. So one thing about this car is that it's body on frame. We know that cars which are built on the platform of body on frame, they're very good with off-roading. But the only thing about this one, if you buy it and you intend to go off-roading, you better change those tires. So this one is running on 17-inch tires. So looking up, it still has that signature look that we see from Jeep, but still it still has other features that you don't see on the Jeep. For example, there's another camera. I told you that I'm going to be pointing out on a lot of cameras that you see on this car. It has a lot of cameras on the outside. Hopefully that one you can actually leave it on and be able to record as you're driving. Whether you, for example, if you get on a crash, you can record and actually show that as proof. So the other thing that the car has, it has side steps for those people who are short like me, who need a bit of lift to climb up. Here's another thing that I said I'll show you. That's another camera on the window. As I said, it is 360 degrees camera. So another thing that it has, this car, it has a roof rail and a moon roof, which you can say it's a sunroof, but yeah, it's not really a sunroof, but it does open. It's a moon roof. So going towards the back, there's another thing that's taken directly from the Jeep lineup. It has a tire at the back. It has a spare tire at the back. Unlike the G-Wagon uses a spare tire under the car, but this one, even looking at it from the back, you can already see that it looks like a Jeep. If you have seen Jeep, even the way how the rear door opens. So one thing about this car that I like is the backlights, the design. That one is very distinctive. So the one that you're looking at in terms of the Tank 300 model, this one is the HEV, which means that because you have already had EV, it means that it's a hybrid. So this car, in terms of battery alone, is able to go up to 80 kilometers without using the engine. So on the spare tire there, that's another camera that has been mounted there. So there's a lot of cameras in this car. Interior features. So the moment you open the door, you realize that the car has been made with a lot of materials that feel very nice to touch. So just starting at the door alone, you can just feel everything feels like quality. It feels like it's built to last. So when you look at the seat, so this car comes with electrical adjustable seats. So they are also offer lumbar support, which is a 4-way adjustment. So in terms of the driver's seat, is able to change in terms of the direction of the seat in a 6-way adjustment. So there's another thing that I was able to pick up that is being copied directly from other cars. So that vent that you see up there, yeah, that's copied directly from a Mercedes-Benz. So even though they've copied the vents from Mercedes-Benz, you might as well copy from the best. It still doesn't take away from how the car looks and the features that it contains. So it contains a leather wrapped steering wheel that is gear paddles at the back, and it's a multifunctional steering wheel, and it also contains adaptive cruise control that will be able to increase speed and also decrease speed for you without you doing anything. So I was trying to control the instrument cluster there, but nothing was happening. I don't know why. So that's a 12.3 instrument cluster that goes all the way to the side, and it links with a 12.3 infotainment system. Yeah, these screens are big, especially the instrument cluster. I've never seen an instrument cluster that's that big. So they are very big, but in terms of the graphics, I would have wished they were a bit brighter. So there's a theme that's running in this car from the inside, so everything seems to be a bit dark. So I guess in terms of the infotainment system, there's only one thing that you care about, that you always use if you are driving. So you'll be happy to know that the car contains Apple CarPlay and also Android Auto, which are wireless. So as I said, most of the stuff have been copied from Mercedes-Benz. So Mercedes-Benz has 3 vents in the middle there, but here they had to cut and put, for some reason, a clock. I don't know if a clock represents luxury, because a lot of cars which are luxurious inside, the more expensive ones, they have a clock there in the middle. I don't know why. So the other thing that you need to know about this car is that this car has a lot of features. Like, even if I am to go through each feature at a time, I won't be able to finish. So I'll just try to highlight the one that I think that okay, they are the most important to know. So the other thing that I noticed as I was touching the screen is that the moment you touch, it responds right away. No one wants to use a screen every time when you touch. It doesn't respond the same time, especially if you are driving. You don't want to take your eyes off the road for too long. You don't want to be that driver who's distracted. The next thing, you're bumping into another car. So that's very important when you're driving, to have a responsive screen. So down there, that's your gear lever. I don't know how I feel about the look. It just looks weird. And those 2 dials at the top, those are the ones that you adjust your off-roading activities that you want to adjust. So right there, those are the air conditioning. If you want to adjust your air conditioning, you have to press a button, then it will come up on the screen. So yeah, those are the drinks that you'll be able to put. Those are the cup holders right there, and some storage. I don't know what you're gonna store there, whether you're gonna store your tickets that you get if you don't bribe our officials. Yeah, hey, you know we stay in South Africa. So the nice thing for those ladies who love such cars is that the moment you open your sun visor, you'll be able to see yourself in the morning if you forgot to put makeup on, because there's a light that they've put for you. So the controls up there, those are the ones that you use to open the moonroof, and those things that look like glass, they actually look nice. So those are your lights, your interior lights. So even on the other side, they didn't cheap out like some manufacturers in terms of the light that you find on the sun visor. So that's very nice and very considerate of them. So the theme that I'm getting from this car is that they are trying to make a car that's a bit luxurious. So right there on the screen, the charging, that's the amount of battery that it has on the battery pack, so you're able to see. So in terms of safety, the car contains dual airbags, side airbags, and a rear collision emergency warning, emergency braking, lane keep assist, and traffic jam assist system. I don't know actually what the traffic system traffic system assist system. So let's talk about all those cameras that I've been talking about, which give you a 360 view of the car. So I'll just show you from the screen how it looks like. So let's move into the back, and I know the only thing that you care about is the knee room. So I can tell you that you have enough knee room. So I'm around I'm just the average height. I don't actually know how tall I am, but I can tell you that I'm not that tall. But for people average, I can already tell you that they will have sufficient knee room at the back. So the other thing that it has rear vents and charging cable. So this is a type B, so it's not a type C. So we're still using the old ones, and a bit of storage nyana there. I actually don't know what you're gonna store. So the next thing, if you're driving long distance, you'll be able to stretch your legs to get more comfortable. So I've been seeing speakers from the front and the back. I don't know how good the speakers are. I would have been curious if they were able to play something, but yeah, definitely I'll be able to get another chance next time. So let's move on to the back. So you are able to open the door at the back. It actually looks very heavy, but because they've put a lot of things into consideration, it opens very easily because of that hydraulic that you see there. I don't know about that yellow thing. So the hydraulic, it has a lot of things. It has a bit of toe hooks where you can hook plastic. Let's say you've bought stuff, and places where you can put drinks. So now I didn't care much about the things that I saw. Now I only cared about the sub that I saw at the back, because for us music lovers, we're always happy when we see a car containing a sub. So the other thing that we're happy about is to see that charging three socket charger that's present. So the other thing that was a bit of a shame is that for my height, I'm unable to reach the seats at the back in order to fold them down. So I'm sure most people are going to struggle in terms of folding the seats down. You're going to need to go all around to go to the back and be able to fold them down. So yeah, guys, that is the Tank 300, and I know that you are waiting for the things that are very important, which is the price of this car. So all these luxury features that you see, they don't come for cheap. So the lowest trim starts from 725,000 rands, and the one that I am reviewing, this is the top spec. This is called the 2.0T Super Luxury HEV. So this one, it goes all the way to 850,000 rands. Yeah, just let that sink in for a car that comes from GWM, a Chinese car which copied a lot of features from other cars. At that price range, I can already see that a lot of people at that price range are already priced out in terms of the affordability. I am just not sure how good this car is gonna do in our market, especially for the price. Because if you're bringing a car from China, it's supposed to be more affordable than its competitors, but why would you price it in such a price range that you will be able to get a car and a brand that is more trusted, that is being tried and tested in terms of a long term? Why would you risk all that money on a brand that recently just came up? So I honestly don't know in terms of the pricing. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see in terms of the figures of how the car performs. So let's talk about the power output from this car. So this car, it comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. So the lowest spec, it comes with 241 in terms of horsepower, whereas the one that you're looking at, this is a 341 horsepower. It combines the engine with the electric motor. But still, imagine spending almost $1 million for that amount of horsepower. And the thing that you need to know about horsepower is equivalent to weight ratio, and you can already see, hence the name of the car is called the tank. So this car is very heavy in terms of the weight, and we already know that the heavier the car, the more it's probably gonna eat petrol, because it's gonna need more power to move it forward. So I don't know how many people are gonna pay $1 million for this car. Honestly, I know I wouldn't if I had $1 million. There's surely better options out there. So yeah, that has been my review of the Tank 300. You can let me know what you think about the car in the comment section. Whether would you consider this car? Do you think it's overpriced? Do you think that the price makes sense when you look at the feature? Just let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. And yeah, please consider subscribing. It doesn't even cost you anything. Just click that subscribe button. I will really appreciate it. Yeah, and for those who have subscribed, definitely I'll see you the same time. I'll be coming in with another review of another car, and thank you for watching.